your character, John Ambrose McLaren?
John Ambrose McLaren, he is one of the most likable people you'll see, I think, in any rom-com, any film in general. He's kind, he's intentional, great listener, great understander, great mediator, great he's a very grounding and very settling individual, and I think that that's what makes him likable. I think that's also what kind of comforts you as an audience member whenever he's around, because you know that whatever he says is going to be truth, and it's going to be honest, it's going to be real, and he's good at sharing how he feels without stepping on anybody's toes or anything along those lines, and ultimately he's charming, and I think that there's a lot there for Lara Jean, I think, to grab onto, especially considering the time that they've been friends and the history and the fact that he was her first puppy love, and that was the first letter she wrote, and there's a lot for her to take in where he's concerned, and through no fault of his own finds himself in a sticky little love triangle.
What drew you to this role and this story?
I loved the first film. It's just, it feels good to watch. I think that the rewatch value of the first film and the second one, P.S. I Still Love You, frankly, is incredible for a lot of reasons. I think that just, the settling of relationships, the tension between things that you want to see work out that some do and some don't. It's it's just very honest and very human. I think that's ultimately what drew me to it. That and the fact that it's shot so beautifully. Michael Fimignari is a gift to the earth in the film industry, and such a talented director as well as DP, and has a way of inviting people into the film. He has a way of shooting and directing in a way where you feel like you are with these people in the film, but you're supposed to be. You feel invited into these conversations and feel like you're with them in the rooms, and it's such a gift and such a talent that can't be taught. And, yeah.
What was it like working with Lana and Noah and the rest of the amazing cast?
Lana's amazing. I mean, she is Lara Jean in a lot of ways, and so kind and fun and so easy to get along with and so easy to work with, and she's just a pro, And Noah and I have been friends for years, but we had never worked together until All the Boys. So that was a blast. Ross and I did Teen Beach Movie 2 together years ago on Disney Channel, and so to be able to come back together now, totally grown, and having done a bunch of different things in between, was a lot of fun. And I mean, the cast is full of very talented people, but ultimately the culture of the set is so wonderful because everyone's just so kind. It's such a beautiful, loving environment.
There's so much anticipation leading up to this new film. What are you most excited for fans to see?
I'm excited for fans to be challenged by real-life feelings. I think I'm excited for people to watch the film and go, oh, I'm not alone in maybe feeling the way that she feels about two different people, or oh, I'm not alone in kind of how timing can be the ultimate deciding factor where relationships and goals are concerned. For people to be able to leave the theater, friend's house, airplane with the laptop where they're streaming it, whatever the case may be, for them to be able to finish the film with a smile and know that everything works out the way that it's supposed to is the thing that I love the most about the film. Even though you might romanticize different outcomes for different people, things kind of and for yourself, things kind of ultimately work out the way that they're supposed to, and I think that Jenny wrote something so honest and so real, and I think that it translates pretty well in the film.
Well, last question. Are you Team Peter or Team John Ambrose?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I think that both. I'd say Jordan is probably more Team Peter. I think John Ambrose is endgame, and I think that they're in high school, and he is the marrying type. I didn't date a ton you know, when I was in high school, college. I was working a lot and very focused on my career, but I knew what I wanted. I knew how I wanted to kind of do things, and I also ultimately knew the kind of person that I wanted to end up with, and was not down to settle. And you know, marriage and family and that kind of thing, that's my priority in my life. And getting married in the summer to my best friend of 13 years, and timing is like, that's the thing. Like, my John Ambrose is my real life, like my real life story. How we were friends when we were kids, and we grew up, and we dated other people, and then like reconnected, and we're like, whoa, hey, maybe we should get dinner. And you know, now we're about to spend the rest of our lives together. I think that John Ambrose is like the marrying type, you know, but I think that the unadulterated, just like honest connection and chemistry between Lara Jean and Peter Kavinsky is just so sweet to me. And I love seeing that explored, especially by Noah and Lana, who are so great together.
Oh,
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be a
was
singer
mine,
group.
Oh,
mine.
where